Merrick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan, and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2020 Suzuki Jimny 4x4 manual. If you do know these cars, they are very exciting, very fun, and quite a unique car in the way it is designed. Now, this particular car has had a little bit of work done to it, so we'll touch on that as well as the condition. However, being a 2020 model, you're probably not going to see much fault in the vehicle. Now, on the front bar, they do come with a plastic front bar. That is to prevent anything expensive from getting damaged, as these traditionally were used for forward driving and off-roading. Got this really big boxy headlights, round headlights, on that boxy front end with the projector globes and indicator lamp fitted. Now, there are also headlight washers located right at the bottom of there to make sure the headlights stay nice and clean and you have great visibility when you're driving around. Fog lamps are also fitted into that front bar. Now, as we come across to the side of the vehicle, you can see these very chunky BF mud terrain tires. Now, they are also sitting on some D-hole steel rims, so good rims, great for especially off-roading and going on, and makes the car actually look quite tough and complements all the other black accents on the vehicle. Now, you've got lots of tread on these tires, and if you do note, this car actually sits a little bit higher than your traditional Suzuki Jimny. That's because this has been fitted with a Tough Dog lift kit, so very aggressive fitment, very good for off-roading and already well equipped. Now, taking a look on the side of the car, they do come with the black side mirrors and the color matched door handles in that beautiful white color, as well as your fuel filler cap on the driver's side of the vehicle. Now, if we open up the actual car, have a look inside, it's still got the plastic on there as the car was only detailed just recently, but you got this nice dual tone fabric, so a little bit of a textured fabric with the smooth black gloss, and the rubber Jimny floor mats at the bottom to make sure the car stays clean, and it's also easy to maintain as you own the car. And we'll touch on exactly what's on the inside as we get through the video, and the door card also presents in excellent condition. Now, the driver's side door is actually quite large, and you have a very large window there, being a two-door car. So I would highly recommend you talk to us about some tinting options, because you're going to want to make sure this class is also tinted and kind of matches that window there. Now, that second rim, again, not going to touch too much on these because these generally don't get damaged, so lots of tread on those tires and no damage on those steel rims. As we come across to the tailgate, you do also get the same tire and rim fitment as the spare wheel. Now, there is a hub that does go over here, which is actually sitting inside the boot, but that is there as part of the vehicle. And if you look underneath, you'll see those that lift kit fitment at the bottom there. Now, this car also has a adjustable panhard rods, so you can kind of adjust it how you would want to as well. Now, there's rear brake lights and reverse lights, and also that high mounted brake light with the rear wiper and washer located behind that spare wheel. Opening it up, you can see that you can keep this as a two-seater because the back seats will fall completely flat if you did want to keep it like that. There is also this cargo liner in here, which is going to keep the back of the seats nice and clean. It's going to protect everything in the back and stop anything expensive from getting damaged. Now, the seats, I will just pull them up so you can see what it will look like. Very easy to use. They are just going to pop up very easy, and they are the cloth seats with enough room in the front there, and the headrests are sitting just on the floor there as the car was just recently detailed, but also to allow you to place these flat. Now, there is a plastic backing on the back of the seats, but it's good to have that rubber liner in there as well. There is also a 12-volt socket on the left-hand side just here for any camping equipment that you might be fitting onto the vehicle. Coming across the passenger side of the vehicle, still got those really nice fender flares. They just make it look that little bit more chunky. Third rim is also completely unmarked, no damage on there. Very aggressive fitment. I love these cars. I think this has been kitted out quite nicely, and the black and the white contrast just sits so nicely. So you got beautiful 2020 Suzuki Jimny with that lift kit, and you've got those chunky tires in there, and it's ready to go anywhere in the world. So what we're going to do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Take a look inside this very compact engine bay of this compact SUV. What we have here is a 4-cylinder 1.5 litre petrol motor. Now, this car does also come fitted with a 5-speed manual gearbox, makes it very fun and enjoyable to drive, but you also get those nice long gears. Now, this car has 6 airbags, pretty much a lot of safety for the 4 passengers in the vehicle, and this motor produces 75 kilowatts with 130 newton meters of torque, which is again enough torque and power for any kind of payload needs in the vehicle. Does come with a 40-litre capacity petrol fuel tank, does run on your regular 91 fuel, and does see a combined fuel consumption of 6.4 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of 625 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on the kind of driving that you're doing. Take a look in this really well-designed Suzuki Jimny. Now, I love these cars. They look almost like Tonka trucks or toys on the inside, like it's built with Lego, but I guess that is the kind of idea or concept that Suzuki went for in the design of these cars. They are like a toy that you can just keep and take anywhere, and kind of spurts that childhood kind of fantasy to do the adventurous thing. So on the driver's side door, nothing really on there apart from your standard door card. But on the right side of the dash is your left and right side mirror controls down the bottom, as well as your forward collision mitigation system, which is a safety feature, as well as your lane departure warning and your headlight washers. Now on the right hand stock is your left and right indicator with your high beam and also the headlight controls right here, which have an automatic headlight system. Just leave it in auto, car's going to do everything for you. On the left hand side is your wipers and washers standard controls. Steering wheel is a very comfortable steering wheel, beautifully leather stitched. Now on the right hand side is your cruise control options with your speed limiter, and left hand side is your media controls for your head units, so volume, mode, seek, and you can see I've just turned the music on, and down underneath that you've got 3 pedals for your call, reject, and your voice control for your phone connect. And you got this very nice orange LED, orange lit display for your clusters. Now coming over to the entertainment system, you've got this new updated head unit across the Suzuki range. It is a fully touchscreen system, so on the side there you can use the touchscreen, which is for your mute and your volume and your home button and voice control as well. Now this has a 4-quadrant setup. So top left quadrant is for your radio, so it's got your AM, FM radio, Bluetooth music, USB, all those kinds of things. Top right is for your Bluetooth Connect. Bottom left is for your navigation, and bottom right is for your SmartLink system, which is for your phone connect. When you actually connect your phone, it'll pretty much mirror your phone up there and you'll be able to access your apps through the head unit. But if I open up the maps just so you can have a look at what it looks like, beautiful setup, nice colors. We are in Kangan Drive in Berwick, you can see that quite clearly. And you can actually access each one of those quadrants from the top right here. So if I want to go back into my music, pressing that button will go into your music options, or you can go into your Bluetooth Connect, but we don't have a phone connected at the moment, so it's not going to prompt anything. So nice setup, and there is a SD card in there, which is actually for your navigation. Now, down below that is your climate control system. So driver side, it's a single zone system. Considering how small the vehicle is, you don't really need all that. Very high temperature there, even though it's quite warm today. So you got your temperature on your right hand side, your fan speed on the left, a little display in the middle to show you exactly what your settings are. So you got mode, off, AC, and your circulation over there. And your front and rear dimmers are located in the middle. Now underneath is your driver side and passenger side windows. Now your driver side is fully automatic up and down. Your passenger is just your standard power windows. There is a stability control and your downhill descent for your cruise control settings. There's a 12-volt socket and an additional USB socket, which is actually for your phone connect and also your general charging purposes. There's a storage compartment there and a very nice, very well positioned manual gearbox. Now if I bring that into the top, that is your first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Very smooth shifts, bringing it into reverse all the way to the right and down, and you can see that very clear rear view camera, which is actually mounted just under your spare wheel on the back of the vehicle. So really nice setup. Behind that is your 4-wheel drive selector. So you got 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low for different kinds of settings. So you can pretty much adjust it accordingly. Nice manual handbrake. A little bit of storage here, probably for your phone, 2 cup holders, and a blank spot here for maybe you wanted to add some driving lights. Now I'll get the camera person to pan around the interior. As I said, when we were outside the car, you could probably see more of the boot, so not really much to see, but more so the interior on the inside of the front of the vehicle. Got this nice handlebar to grip onto the actual thing if you're doing any hardcore forward driving, and a lot of nice materials used on the vehicle. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. So much for watching the walk around video on this 2020 Suzuki Jimny 4x4 manual. Now as you can see, the car presents beautifully, interior and exterior. It does have all those nice little fitments like your lift kit, your steel rims, and those BF tires as well, and they look very chunky. This car is a beautiful car, very well presented. Now if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 990705555. But just before I go, this car actually qualifies for a premium mechanical protection plan. Now what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection on 181 parts on the vehicle, and it will cover you up to 200,000 kilometers. Now with that, you will also get the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So I'm going to assume you're going to take this car anywhere and everywhere, so there is great value in this service, and make sure you ask us about this. In addition to now these 2 things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, would love to introduce you to our business managers Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump onto Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi, and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 990705555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.